Hi heathens! Today's video we are just going to play around with some stuff that I don't play with as much, minus one of the products I've used pretty well. If you want to get technical, two of the products I've used pretty recently, but you'll see. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using the Kathleen Lights and ColourPop Loose Pigment in the Fish, and then the Apocalyptic Beauty Jeremy Baramy, which is part of the Good Place collection, which is a blue. So I'm going to put this one on the base because it's a little bit deeper, and then put the Kathleen Lights one on top of that. We'll see how that goes. I'm still not... You would think after getting Apocalyptic Beauty for this many months I would be, but I'm still not 100% confident on using loose pigments. So I still feel like I struggle a little bit with that. So we'll see. But we're going to do it anyway. So it's kind of hard to show you the Apocalyptic Beauty one in the thing because it does come right to the surface. So I'm going to get some on my brush. And I'm going to give it a little spritz. That was a weird spray. I don't know why it came out like that. I don't know if y'all heard the way it came out, but it was a little weird. And then I'm just going to take what's on here. Whoa, hold on. Okay. This eyelid is stained, apparently. So I'm just going to pat this onto the lid and then gently start buffing it up into the crease. This is not exactly a brush that I would normally use for blending or buffing. It's like a kind of, it's not fully flat, but kind of like a flat shader brush. But I feel like this is going to be the best for... Oh, I picked up way too much. There's blue all over my face now. Like, what? Yeah, that's okay. We'll clean that off. But yeah, this isn't a brush I'd normally use for... I can't get over how much blue is on my face. For blending. But I feel like it would be the best to pick up loose pigments because of the shape. So that's kind of my logic there. This, like, spray makeup remover has been one of the best things that I've ever received in a box. My skin is slightly stained blue from everywhere that just was. I don't know if you're really going to be able to tell, but, like, especially the side of my nose, up under my eye, and then a little bit going down that side of my face, but that's okay. It's okay. And if it happens on the other side, we'll just do the same thing and wipe it right on off. But I am going to spritz before I start on the other side just to make sure that this first layer stays down a little bit better. That spray was better. I don't know why the spray for the first side came out so funny. And then same thing, just kind of going up into the crease a bit. There is a little bit of fallout right off, but there's definitely going to be more because I'm going to go in for a second small round like I did on the first one. Well, technically the first one I went in for a small round and came out with a lot. So I'm going to not do that this time and just tap the teeniest amount onto the brush. That's better. So again, definitely got some fallout under the eye, but again, don't really mind because these are not, well, it is staining my face, so that's something, but but what I was going to say was these are not products that I'd be using after doing foundation for this reason. loose pigments just in general are already a messier application than a pressed powder. Probably not for people who are well versed in how to use them, but for me, very much so. So I'm going to try to get all of the pigmentation off of the brush because I want to use this same brush for the Kathleen Lights one. So I'm going to do the same thing and just pop this open. Now these do have a little like cap kind of thing to cover them when not in use. And this is mainly just going to be for the lid to give it a little shine and a different color. So I'm going to spritz so you can see I've got plenty on the brush. And we are just going to pat, focusing, like I said, on the lid, and then just kind of going into the inner corner, but then tapping across that outer edge to kind of blend it out. And then, same thing, I'm just gonna gently tap into this and do the same thing on the other eye. Definitely need a little bit more on this eye, so I'm just gonna get a little bit more on the brush and tap it in, focusing on that inner corner in the lid. And I'm just blending out. I feel like this needs a little bit more on the, there we go. Is it gonna focus? Sometimes it doesn't want to focus on my eyes. All right, now I'm going to, once again, try to get all the loose pigment off of that brush before I put it up. And then we'll go into cheeks. So I do have a blush product that I want to use today. And that is going to be the M Cosmetics Rose Milk, which is a liquid blush. And it's got one of those cool, like, things on the top so you can, like, suck it up and then deposit it onto the cheek. Did it get any? Hold, please. There we go. Try to get the rest of that blue away. I'm just going to take 2 of my fingers and we're going to spread this across the whole face and up onto the nose. I'm going for a super flushed look today, which is honestly something I would usually avoid, but I feel like with this blush, it works really well. I have blue in the pores on my nose. I love that for me. I don't know. Might be easier for you to tell if there's a little less direct light. So let's see. Can y'all see the blush? I am going to kind of set it with a translucent powder real quick though. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I had to get some into the lid because I don't want it to stay like wet and sticky, which right off this is. I'm gonna get a little bit more light. It is like crazy overcast again today, but I'm filming early enough to where I can use some natural lighting. Because while it is overcast, the sun is still somewhat visible, but it's like a pretty fall overcast. You know what I mean? There's a small chance of rain today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I'm filming this on Black Friday because I don't work today, which, yay. And it gives me a chance to kind of just play around and film some stuff, do some cleaning. I'm about to make the ham after I finish filming because I did not get to yesterday. So if y'all haven't seen that video, should have gone up the day before this one, but essentially we were brought food. So I wound up not being able to, well, I guess not being able to sounds really dramatic, but I chose to not also cook my ham because we wouldn't have eaten it last night anyway, so I felt like there was no point. I might as well wait and cook it today when we'd be able to eat it. So that will be going into the oven here in, I guess it's still going to be about 2 hours, but, you know. I'm going to do some freckles. This is one of the products I was like, yeah, I've definitely played with this recently. The ColourPop Freckle Pen in soft brown. And it's like the felt tip, marker tip. I don't know the difference, but I like the tip of this one better than the tip of the SheGlam one. And I think the SheGlam one is the same as the Lottie London one, because I was trying to see what all brands have products like this, because I want to try a few out to see which one really is my favorite. These are not spreading as much because there's powder under them. But I do want to see which one is my favorite, because this is just a fun product to use from time to time, especially since, and I enjoy being able to decide when and where I have freckles, but especially since I'm a redhead that doesn't really have any freckles. Oh dear. I don't know if you can see that, but that was just like right in front of my eye. It's nice to be able to be a redhead with freckles when I choose to be. But I like having that choice, you know? Especially since doing them like this, you can also add them over foundation. And not have to worry about the foundation like covering them. I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop Level Up Lengthening Mascara as my mascara. And then I'll do highlighter and lips. I gotta say, almost got my eye. I'm really pleased with the way this loose powder look turned out. Loose pigment. Loose powder sounds like a face powder. Loose pigment. Like, could it have been cleaner if I had a little more experience? Yeah, I'm sure. Do I think it looks bad? Not at all. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Dip back in a little bit. Also, this mascara is pretty nice. When I first got it, I was a little like, do I like it? But I'm glad I kept trying it, because it's one of those that as I had it and used it, the more I liked it. That's the thing with mascara. Sometimes they just get better the longer they've been open. I love the way blue eyeshadow makes my eyes look too. I feel like blue, green, and purple all pull out really nice colors in my eyes, plural. I do have 2 of them because, like, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but I feel like the blue does make them look a little more orange. Alright, so for the highlighter I'm going to be using, it is the Revolution Strobe Highlighter in Lunar. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on my pinky and go in for an inner corner highlight. Forgot to put this lid back on my spray. Just to top off that little bit of blue in the corner. This obviously isn't blue, but yeah, it's going with the blue. I'm going to take this fluffy brush from SL Miss Glam and try to use this for highlighter. Yeah, that works fine. It's picking up less than I normally would of this highlighter, so it's making it look a little less blinding, but you know, that may work better for some people, and I don't really mind. This highlighter can be very powerful, but it still looks very nice like that. I'm gonna give my face a little setting spray spritz, and then we'll move on to the lips. I do have a little bit of lip balm on. How do I keep misplacing my other spray? I'm gonna use the Gerard Cosmetics one again, because I don't know where the spray that's supposed to be right in front of me is, because right in front of me is where it is not. Ooh. I sprayed that onto my mascara, and my lashes tried to like stick together for a second. Okay, they don't look funny, so I'm excited. I don't know why, something about this look just works. This is the Tarte Maneater Plumping Gloss in Buff. This might be a bad idea because of how my lips are right now, but I like the way this stuff looks, so. I've had something in my teeth the whole time, and y'all didn't tell me. I made butter noodles for lunch and put a little bit of rosemary in them, so I had some rosemary in my teeth. So anyway, this is the finished look. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.